What's going on, everybody? Oh, let me turn the music off for a second. I can't hear myself think. What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? Hope you all had a good holiday, saw some family, had some good food. Or if not, you just had a relaxing weekend at the very least. Uh, so first off, yeah, as you guys can see, I got affiliate earlier today. Pretty excited about that. Did they? There's only two, John. It's just you and Idle currently. I got no idea how all that works. So yeah, today I'm gonna be continuing on with the 3D model of Neko I was working on last week, 2 weeks ago, whenever that was. It's probably gonna be a short one tonight. I am not feeling too great. I've had a weird headache and been a little bit lightheaded all day, which I'm thinking is like a cold or, God forbid, COVID or something. I don't know. It's supposed to be 10 at first? Oh, that makes sense. I don't know if they ran out, I guess. I don't know how that works. Yeah, that's weird. Huh. I'll try to email Twitch support about that, actually. That's really weird. But, okay. That'll do it. But, yeah, like I said, I'm not feeling too great, so it's probably going to be a short one tonight. Either, probably an hour or two at the most. What I want to try to get done are the hands and the shoes slash feet. Now, hands and feet are terrifying, so I am fully planning to just do the feet as a shoe as a whole individual unit altogether, as well as that ankle bracelet. So with that, let me get started on that and turn the music back up a little bit. Let me know if the music's too loud. Oops. Or too quiet. Either or. What was I doing? All right, I was renaming these first. Where did rename go? Side reference and front slash back reference. There we go. So yeah, like I was saying the other day, what I'm doing right now is just basically laying out the basic lines of topology and things, and from there things are going to get fleshed out. Like, this is not going to look like a weird beak in its entirety. This will eventually get fixed. And oops, did not mean to do that. I'm so used to using Maya now. I'm not used to Blender's controls anymore and hotkeys. I gotta relearn the hotkey to orbit things. But yeah, that'll get fixed in time. Shoulders and arms are gonna get fixed in time. Legs, everything's gonna get fixed in time. Finished by Friday? Oh, nice. You trying to get it done for New Year's? Alright. So, with that, first thing I want to... back into this view. First thing I want to do is add another object in here. And I'll do it separate for now, but later on I'm going to merge it all together. So we're going to add... mesh. Cube. We're going to make this infinitely smaller, because this is way too big right now. Oops. Shift. There we go. So Maya and Blender are switched. With Blender, you hold down Shift in the middle mouse button to pan around. Whereas with Maya, it's Alt. However, when you do that with Blender, it just flips your rotationing around. And I didn't intend to do this, but I accidentally got the left view working properly. That was completely on accident, but I'll take it. So I want to go back into this and edit mode and bring this ankle up a bit. So that way I can actually work with this area. Oops. And I seem to have lost Blender. Uno momento there. Don't know what's up with that. Why would Blender do that? Oh, was I trying to bring up... Okay, I was trying to bring up game capture. I don't know why I did that. There we go. So I was trying to use game capture, which does not work for Blender, and neither does window capture for that matter. So I have to use desktop until I can figure out a better way to do this. And it'll be fine, I'm sure. Oops. So I'm also going to hit Shift Z, and that'll bring things transparent, which means I can grab points all the way around, allowing me to do this. Which has the added benefit of letting me fix this, because I didn't do it last time. There we go. And let me bring these in a little bit. I actually want to bring this whole thing in a little bit. Let's do this. There we go. Nice. Hey, Coyote. How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Alright. So back to what I was working on here. You gotta go back to object mode. Select this one. I'm gonna bring it up. Do a little bit more with the scaling. And now we're going to go into edit mode. And I also want to see if... Okay, let's do this. There we go. This episode's going to end up being for all the feet and hand homies. You all know who you are. Before I start doing this, I'm going to add some more, oops. I gotta remember to use the hotkey instead of actually using that tool, because, I didn't want that. When you actually just go right in and use the tool, it doesn't let you do this. Which, being able to scroll to add more lines is really convenient. Here we go. And center those, and I want to do the same thing on the other direction. Damn it, I did it again. There we go. So this is a lot of points to be working with early, and I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to see how it works out for me. I'm going to go to side view first, and actually, what I should have done, back to first view, I'm going to get rid of those cuts, and I'm going to do this. I think this is where I wanted those cuts, actually. And I did it a third time. There we go. That's where I wanted those cuts to be. Okay. And from there, we go to the move tool. That actually kind of lined up pretty well on accident. Nico's got some really square shoes. There we go. And now from here we'll start adding lines in one at a time. To make the mesh look a little bit smoother. Whose emote is that? Oh, Soya. That's funny. Okay, we'll do that. And we're going to do one of these. And I think on... Oops. Oh, I kind of screwed myself here. 1 second. I'm going to mirror this entire thing. Because if I don't do this, it's going to end up be... You know what? I'm not going to do that, because you don't really want to mirror feet. That would look really weird. I regret the choices I've made. I have left myself a lot of vertices to work with, and I have no idea where half of them are. Alright. Only one thing to do now is to suffer. I think up here is where all the weird stuff happened. Let's bring this down a little bit. Yeah, because that's the little bracelet there, so that's going to be a different part altogether. Start bringing this stuff in. And this stuff. I'm going to bring all this in. Bring this in. Sorta, but it's going to get brought back out in a little bit. Bring this in. This here, I think, is going to be... That's the bottom of the foot, so I want one up from there. So this line here is going to get brought... that's not what I wanted at all. They're going to be doing more work from the side view on this one. Otherwise, this is going to end up becoming nightmare fuel really quick. Let me redo everything I just did. And get this line back up where I wanted it. Okay, there we go. Let's put a subdivide in there. And we're going to bring that subdivision out. No, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it this way. I'm going to put a whole line in here and regret doing so. Oops. Probably immensely. But that's the only way I see to do this to get a whole... Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oops. There we go. Definitely going to bring that up and forward a little bit. Gonna need another one over here. And all this is gonna get brought down here. Okay, we're getting somewhere. How's it going, Snacks? Hope you're having a good one. Bring it there. I don't know how I have the patience for this, to be honest with you. I much prefer programming itself. But honestly, when I'm in the right mood for it, this is actually really relaxing. Or if like I'm working on a project like I am right now. That said, it's super tedious, and I am not great at it, so. This is all, a lot of this is just a learning experience for me as well. That looks right there. I wonder if I can subdivide this whole thing at once. I'm gonna give that a shot, actually. And grab all these and all these, and let's right click and see what happens if I do that. Ooh! Perfect! Oh, I'm really glad I could do that. That said, I'm getting too precise right now for a base model, and I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to do that just yet. I am going to do this one, though. This one actually needed to get done, because that's too janky. There we go. And alright. Now, bringing this part of the shape in is going to be pure torture, but I think it'll be alright. The goal is basically to not make anything overlap on accident. I'm gonna bring this in. And then we're gonna bring this in. Oh yeah, totally. So hold on, let me show you that actually real quick. So the initial model's generally very blocky because of this. So how this works is first off, there's two kinds of shading you can do. You're gonna have your normal shading, like this, flat. And if you go into, where'd it go? Shade smooth, it smooths everything out, sort of. It still ends up being super janky at first. I have to go back in and normalize all this later on. But yeah, for now you get that. And additionally, what's going to happen is we're going to go into modifiers and use this, which is called the subdivision, which is going to automatically add a ton of, it's going to add a ton of vertices to this and make it look nicer. So if I go back into flat shading again, you'll see all the extra lines it adds in. Each level multiplies it by however many and smooths out the model. Now, since this is going to be used for a game, I'm trying to get around 30 to 50,000 faces, I think, total. So that way it doesn't blow up anybody's computer or mine when I'm working with it. And it'll actually work in the game. At the same time, it'll have enough depth to it that I can animate it properly and make it look right. Which is a whole different nightmare of artwork that I am terrified to dive into because I don't consider myself a good animator in the slightest. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So for now, I'm going to set this back to 0 so it doesn't melt my GPU. And back to working on this. Oops. Edit mode. Get the transparency back. Here we go. I mean, can definitely work with less as well. That's just what I'm aiming for. I think it'll be alright. If I look up and it ends up needing to be less, I'm definitely going to cut down on it. That's why I'm trying to do relatively simple now. Just ask Amazon about it. They melted quite a few. And that's at least part of the reason I stopped playing New World. That said, I'm running a 3070. I don't think the 3070 had any issues. But I also don't want to risk that. Because that would be heartbreaking. But yeah, Snacks, as I look more into it and it ends up being that I should do less, I'm just not going to do more faces. I'll trim it down quite a bit. We'll see what happens. There we go. Alright, I'm getting a feel for where the geometry is again. I also don't want to accidentally give Neko Cat clown shoes. I feel like she'd get really mad at me for that, and I don't want to deal with Angie Cat. For lack of better words. Was that this line I wanted? I think so. Yeah. Bring that down just a smidge. And bring that... Oops. Oh, I grabbed the wrong side of that. Oops. Not that one. That one. Which means I grabbed the wrong one over here. Yep, there we go. Yeah, this definitely ends up becoming a really tedious process over time. And now we'll start doing the other side. So all this is that top bit of foot. We're going to bring that over. And we're going to bring this line over. And this line. And this comes in slightly compared to the rest of them. And this is going to go here. This will blow out a little bit. And this here. And this is still going to look super blocky. I kind of want to bring this... Oh, that's what happened here. This needed to get brought in also. There we go. And I kind of want to bring this bit of line in as well. Just a hair. And before I screw myself completely, I think I'm going to try to Do I want to normalize this yet? Not normalize, level it out. Nah. Yeah, so for the most part, I tend to do a body first, and then I'll bring clothes out later. Or armor or whatever else. In this case, I don't really have a reference to work with for a foot. So I'm going to do the entire shoe in one. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this line here. Let me get back to the reference image. Alright. Anyway, I'm going to try to get into here. And I'm basically going to extrude this out very slightly past where the rest of the shoe is. Or where the rest of the foot is, rather. Especially since she has stockings on, there's no real need to go super detailed with the feet, and I want to try to save on vertices as much as I can there. I did something soup sandwichy over here, and I'm not sure what. These doubled up way more than I wanted them to, I think. So this is here. But why is there so many lines in there? That's peculiar. Hold on. I don't know why this line is here. I don't need this line. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, I see what happened here. Okay, I'm just gonna start clearing things out and... Ooh. So I'm gonna merge these. That's how I'm gonna deal with that. Neko's abdomen part of her shirt. Oh no. So another fun tool here is merging vertices. This will basically just collapse them into one and hopefully get rid of any duplicates. I think I can also just... Ooh, what? Okay, that's a new way to use that tool. Interesting. I gotta make sure there's no other janky, Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab this entire thing, merge vertices by distance, and I'm gonna set a super small distance until the weird stuff starts snapping together. I should have done this in transparent mode. So I'm gonna do this to get rid of all the weird stuff. Hopefully. Otherwise, that happens. I think that got rid of anything weird going on the bottom? Nah, not really. Damn it. Alright. I don't have to do it manually then. Not a big deal. Collapse those. Oops. One of the more annoying things with Blender is when you're trying to click on things and you accidentally have a gizmo open. You can keep working around the gizmo, but you're really going to screw yourself if you accidentally drag on a piece of the gizmo. Merge. Collapse. Merge. Collapse. That was my fault for trying to shortcut doing those subdivisions. I should have done it the slow manual way. And I will not make that mistake again. Collapse. Now what I'm doing is just using hotkeys there, which is M and O to collapse. And that's hopefully going to save me some time. I'm also going to collapse this stuff. You used to be able to collapse at the, Yeah, there we go, at last point. So that'll just bring a point over to the last point. Oops. Or at first. In this case, I'm going to do the first. There we go. I don't really want all that extra geometry, so I'm going to try to get rid of it now before it becomes even more of a problem later. That's not what I wanted. And any more? Yeah, I got some more right over here. It's weird that it added points where it did. I don't know why it added some of these points in. But I suppose that is my fault. Que sera, sera. Alright, I don't think there's any duplicates now. Let's find out real quick. There used to be a tool over here to get rid of any duplicate stuff back in Blender 2.75, but that was a long time ago. And I have no idea where that went. I hate when they change layouts on tools. Alright, I think we're alright now. I don't see any extra weird janky stuff. Nope. Looks good to me. Alright. Back to working on foot. So from here on the foot, some of this toast, like the toes here, are going to get brought in. So I want to grab these. Oops. Here we go. No, you know what I'm going to do first? Because I'm not an idiot. I'm going to save real quick. There we go. So a nice feature Blender has is when you're going to save things, if you click on Save As, you can increment your saves just by clicking a button, and it'll maintain all of your saves there. This is super useful, because God forbid you make a mistake somewhere along the line, you can just go back a step and basically undo the entire thing. Oh yeah. Control S is my religion, buddy. I usually save every like half hour, or try to, if I remember. I should start setting timers or figuring out a way to do autosaves on some of these tools. And we're also going to go in here and start bringing these back one at a time. Damn it. Like, this is going to be like where the small toe would be, so this would be brought back quite a bit off of the line compared to the rest of them. There we go. And that'll start getting us more of a rounded shape. Yeah, so that I did. I set it to, I tried setting it to unlimited. I'm not sure if there is an unlimited and I missed it, but I definitely kicked it up as high as it could go. I think it was like 200 something. Which in the grand scheme of things would make sense, since I think it would be like a byte's worth of, not a byte. No, yeah, no, a byte worth of, undos. Yeah, exactly. 256. I think that's the max. Don't quote me on that, though. I might make another reference image there and try to... These feet and hands are going to absolutely torment me. I'll tell you that much. Alright, let's try this. Bring this back a little bit. Not too far, though. This one's also going to get brought back because it's going to be on the edge by the big toe. And again, that's where foot starts rounding back off. And I think I can bring these ones out a little bit, to be honest with you. I'm going to give that a shot. Very slightly there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just a little bit further out. That looks alright to me. This heel's going to have to get flattened out, though. So I'm going to do that real quick before I forget to do it later. Scale. Another thing, too, if you need to flatten something out, the scaling on the Z-axis is really good for that. Oops. I screwed something up there. There we go. And we'll just bring these points over and up just a tad. Scale along this axis. And just before it flips is where his flat will be. There we go. Also need to get brought down a little bit to be level with the other part of the shoe. Since it is a heel. There we go. There are hotkeys for these gizmos as well, which I really should be using. Because it's pretty sure it's just... Oh, actually this is G. That's interesting. R and S makes sense for R and scale. I'm not sure why move is... What does M do? Oh, right, merge. Duh. Okay. Leave that alone for now. Yeah, grab. In hindsight, it doesn't make sense. I don't know why. It just felt weird to me for some reason there. So I also want to grab this loop here. Oops. And to grab a loop, if I remember right, is Alt. Shift Alt might... Nope. Let's try... There we go. And I want to move this over just a little bit to get a little more room from the other side. If I could. Yeah. Just like that. There we go. I wish I had like a back view on. Oh, I do actually. Oh, that's perfect. So I'm going to actually do this real quick. I want to try to do some work on the back part of that foot. I am going to... probably never be able to line this back up again properly, but that's okay. I guess. What checks? G and X. There we go. So yeah, so like Snack said there, G is to grab, which will bring you to your moving things around gizmo. And if you tap X, Y, or Z, you can move it specifically on that axis. So I just have to remember that I'm working on the back here, and back is... front... shift... no. I know there's a back one. There it is, 9. Oh, thanks, Snacks. Thanks for the sub as well. I guess my notifications are broken right now. I have to fix those on Stream Elements later. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. Oops. Alright, let's go back into edit mode, actually. There we go. So yeah, Neko's reference was not drawn to be a, whatchamacallit, to be used like this. So normally when you're working with a reference, specifically for 3D modeling, what you want is every part to be at the exact same height as perfectly as you can. Additionally, things like the arms should be out in a T-pose. It just makes it easier to work on them, but it's not a huge deal. Not knocking the art in any way, shape, or form. The artist did a phenomenal job with this, and it is still a very good reference sheet, even for this purpose. It just makes it a little bit more working with the mind as opposed to working with directly off the art and being creative. Just about. I think it's at like a 2-meter scale. I started with 2-meter blocks, which is about 6 foot, so a little bit tall, but you can tweak that. Matter of fact, let me... oops. Not relations. There was a way to check that. Oh, this is much smaller than it was before. I might be working at whatever scale this is, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. Yeah, 1 meter. Whoops. That's another thing I'll have to fix later, I think. Not a problem for now, though. So back into edit mode here. Let's see if I can get... oops. I want to try to get this whole loop here. Not that one. Not that one. Still not that one. I guess we're just doing this way. Not you. Oops. I love accidentally clicking points. There we go. Boop, boop. Very small baby Neko. And there we go. We're going to bring this in a little bit on the ankle. And I'm going to have to match these lines up later as well, which is definitely going to be an interesting part of this, but it is what it is. So back here, we're going to start grabbing faces. So what's nice is you can also set it to select just faces. And the reason I'm doing this is because pretty much all this geometry is going to go away. You don't want random, like, shapes in the middle of your mesh. That just ends up being an absolute nightmare later on when you try to UV map or do anything else. It's easy to just get rid of them and deal with them later. Or then deal with it later. And I'm going to do the same thing here as well, and eventually this is all going to be connected into the foot. Slash shoe, slash whatever you want to call it. Additionally, what I'm going to do now real quick is go back to point mode. Back to transparent, and we're going to start bringing this part of the foot in some more. Because these do not stick out as far as they are. And I'm going to do the same on this side. One of the very not nice things about shoes is that they are not symmetrical. So you can't really work in mirror mode, which I like to do for most things. Since one side is different from the other side. And we're going to run into the same problem when I start working on hands. And you'll all might see me rage. Like in earnest for the first time. I don't know if he's still here, but I know Demon's seen me pretty mad a few times. It should be a fun time. From the side, yeah, the shoe is not that big. Yeah, hands are scary, Snacks. Hands are really scary. Give me 1 second to pull up an old model I was working on. I never actually finished it. It was just something I was messing around with at work while I was learning the tools. Save as 8. Una momenta. And I'm doing this because I have no idea where it is, and it could be... It probably is absolutely buried somewhere in my folders. Oops. I did not want a new folder there. Back up. Not there. Here it was. Oh, the reference images are totally missing. That's cool. So, on this model here, I thought I had gotten to the hands at some point. Apparently not. This model ended up being super cursed. I screwed up somewhere along the way, and a whole bunch of extra vertices ended up in it. And I have no idea where they are or how to deal with them. Overall, I don't think it's terrible. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen done in Blender, but I was never able to get very far with this model past this point. And I gave up working on this a long time ago. Oops. Where the heck did the model go? Oh, there it is. So let me switch back over to that other model. Is she very thick? Open. Oops. Don't have to save that. Go back up a folder. Back to this folder. There we go. This will get there soon enough. So what I'm going to start doing here as well is start using the scaling tool on the y-axis. I don't know why that point got selected, but okay. To start rounding this off. There we go. Looking a little better. And I think I'm going to do that whole top section as well. One more time. With the scaling tool. Just bring the whole thing in a little bit more. There we go. Actually, I don't like that. I'll bring that back out. I'm mostly working with the side view here. Since it is going to be a fighting game, the side view is probably going to be the most important view, at least in my opinion. I am not sure how Matcha is doing on the programming and where we're going to be going from there. I need to actually go into that tomorrow and take a look at where that stands for viewpoints and stuff. But it'll get where it's got to get eventually. I also need to go back over the body and the face and start normalizing out a lot of these lines and making them into actual lines and not weird crooked bends. Like, this is the eye here, so that's going to be a little bit janky, but like, this slant doesn't need to be here like this. I can bring this down and straighten that out. This could all get straightened out a little bit. This could definitely get straightened out. There's a lot that needs to get done there. And some stuff I'm going to be doing off camera as well. I'm just streaming this right now because I felt like working on it and doing a stream. I'm back down here. Yeah, I saw it before. I was looking at it a little bit just now while I was at the store picking up some ZQuil. I was waiting in line. I was watching a little bit of it. It looks like it's going to be a good one. When I go to bed later, I'm definitely going to sit down and watch that. And then probably rewatch it tomorrow. Alright. Let's see. So I kind of don't like... how am I going to explain this? This whole line here looks like it can get brought down quite a bit. And I'm actually going to try that. To like here. And all this, I'm also going to bring back just a hair. And I think I'm going to put one more line in for the toes there. Yeah. I'm probably going to need to find a video on doing shoes as well and probably end up redoing this entire thing. We'll see how that ends up going. That's fine. Now we're going to grab these points here and bring all of them forward. And these I can bring back again. Oops, not that far. I'm actually going to bring this line down. Not Y, Z. Just like that. And we'll bring this back a hair. I don't know why I like working with gizmos, but I do. I think it's because I can hold down shift and make things move a lot slower. I don't think you can do that just using the hotkeys. Yeah, a little bit. I think it works better with the gizmo, personally. But that's all me. Different modelers will work with tools differently. And there's no real one right or wrong way to do things. Oops. There we go. This is all I want to bring in. A little bit further. Shoe shouldn't be sticking out like that, in my opinion. Let's see. Kind of stumping myself a little bit here while I'm working on this as well. There's some parts that are throwing me off. Alright. I'm definitely gonna need to kill some of this, some of these faces. Like, I don't think I need a face here. So we're gonna start killing off some of these faces again. Oops. I get rid of the gizmo. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That was a mistake. Oops. Snacks, you were working on the donut tutorial, right? How did that end up going for you? Did you end up learning a lot of the tools? Oops. Nice. I don't think this needs to be a separate line either. I think I could bring this together. But I think I want to bring it together over here instead. So we're going to work this way. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hold on to this line. I'm going to bring the whole thing over, though. No. No. Still no. So I'm going to have to do it this way. Oops. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. Alt-click to select an edge. X edge loop is quicker. Oh, okay. Thank you for that. So for this issue with the faces, there's a bit about it. Like I said, there's too many faces for now. Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely have too many faces in here right now that I'm trying to knock out. And Pumpkin. Alt-click to select edge. Yeah, that's what I was just trying to do, but it's grabbing it this way instead of going around the bottom like I wanted it to. So I'm gonna try doing it. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Damn it. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna do this little, the tedious way. Sorry for anybody who's better at this than I am. That's probably being hurt right now. And from there, it should give me that entire... There we go. So I just want to bring this over slightly. X. There we go. Yeah, no, it really is all a learning process. You're absolutely right, John. I don't know why this is selected. It shouldn't be. There we go. I wish there was... There should be a way to lock these. I don't remember how to do it, though. There might not be. I know Maya is able to, though. I totally recommend it. Like I was just talking about with that donut tutorial. It is really the best way to learn Blender. It just goes over every tool in the program that's super important for modeling. Selecting it to the north edge selects the loop to the north, south. Oh! I actually didn't know that. Okay. So, like, if I go like this... Oops. What you're saying, if I go like this... Ah, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you very much, Pumpkin. I really appreciate that. Also, welcome, by the way. Alright, let's grab this here. I want to try to bring this... Oh, that's right. That's what's screwing me up here. I shifted my reference image over. Whoops. Let's shift that back real quick. There we go. X is delete. Edge loop will dissolve the whole loop at once. Oh, okay. Good to know. Edit mode. So like if I wanted to do this, you're saying... Ah, okay. Good to know. Very good to know. Thank you for that. And I still can't really grasp this shoe shape for some reason. I don't know why this is hurting my brain so much. Oops. There we go. I think we're doing alright with the basic shape here. I want to bring this over and down a little bit this way. X Versatile. I missed like half the name there. Welcome to Box Gang. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I still definitely have way too many lines in here. So, where are we going to start killing some more lines? Oh, actually, I want to bring all this in. That's what I forgot to do. Scale. Can I bring those? Y-axis. No. That's not going to do what I want it to do. Let's go this way then. I'm actually going to be right back real quick. I'm going to go pick up a shoe and take a look at what a shoe actually looks like. Give me a second. I hit myself in the face with it. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, so like the back of a shoe. Okay. I'm definitely not inhaling the shoe. Oops. Grab this too. I think I can try to... There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Do I want to knock out some... Yeah, I am going to knock out that line. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it or not, but I think for now it's going to help. Actually going to knock this one out instead, though. Oops. X, dissolve edges. There we go. And I'm going to grab this one here and move it over. Oops. The side view ones I'm going to keep, though, just because there's not that many. Even though it looks like there's a lot more than there is. And they really help get the shape of the shoe on that face. Feel the shoe. Become the shoe. You gotta lick the marble. You gotta date the marble. You gotta be the marble. I love SpongeBob references. Okay, so... This can definitely get brought in, since this is foot shape here, for the most part. And I think how I should do that is... Start bringing this stuff back in a little bit more. Oops. This is that weird, like, ankle bone, like, how to explain it? Yeah, like ankle bone type of thing that juts out a little bit. I don't want to jut out too much, though. Did I grab anything weird here? Nope. I'm always super worried I'm going to grab a piece of mesh that I really don't want to grab and make a big mess. There we go. Whoa. I think I lost my music. 1 second. Let me make sure this music is by the same guys. Otherwise I gotta add some more credits. They did not put the artists' names in this one, so I can't give anybody credit, even though they want me to give people credit. That's good. In that case, I'm just going to go back to the other one since I got credits on this one. And we'll loop it. There we go. Versatile Karma, that's the rest of the name. Learned about Blender a few days ago, but been busy lately to learn. Blender Guru's donut videos up as learning videos. Trying to find streams I can watch to learn from. Oh, well, welcome. I am by no means a professional or anywhere near Blender Guru's level. But his tutorial is absolutely phenomenal, and I highly recommend it. You will learn all the tools, you'll learn a lot of tricks. It's a really good way to learn the program. And I cannot recommend it enough. I actually think I should put... You know, let's do this. Let's actually get that little part here where the foot kind of starts angling. And let's do this. Oops. I think this is the right line. Yeah. I'm going to raise this part up a little bit. And pull this in. Let's do the scaling tool so that way I can pull them both inwards. There we go. That's another little trick there. You can use the scaling tool to, instead of the move tool. And it'll allow you to, like, bring things together on the same line. As opposed to just shifting them side to side. Oops. You just have to keep an eye on your geometry sometimes, because sometimes... Sometimes Blender does some weird stuff. Shift Z, that's what I wanted. And you'll get weird... You'll end up seeing, like, weird faces that shouldn't be shaped the way they are, but for whatever reason they are. And to keep an eye on that, you can always pop into orthographic view and take a look. There we go. Yeah, no, there really isn't. I've actually noticed that as well. I kind of feel bad when people stumble in here looking for like, oh, this person might be really good. Because I definitely don't consider myself good at this in the slightest. Am I still on orthographic? There we go. So yeah, you can always tap 5 on your number pad to pop into orthographic view and see how things actually look. Perspective will show you looking at it through a lens. So you kind of need to work with both to get things down right 100%. Like this piece here doesn't need to bow out for where that nub is on the ankle in the slightest. Or over here. So I'm going to pull that in as well. And my eyes are starting to hurt. I really got to get a pair of those blue light glasses. Oh, I'm a potato. Thanks, Snacks. Appreciate that. So yeah, what I was just saying there with... This is perspective view, for instance. Things look a little bit different than if they're in orthographic. Orthographic is how things actually look. Perspective is how you'll see them, though. So you kind of got to play with both to get things right. And what I was saying was, like, how here in the model, where that ankle bows out a little bit... Oops. It doesn't really need to be where it was. And the entire front piece does not have to be the part bowing out. And I think what I'm going to do here is bring this in a little bit. I want to try to get that in as well. Crap. Alright, let's do this. So now instead of the whole thing being that bump, it's just like these two parts, and this is actually in more where it should be, on the front of the foot / ankle. I can't believe I forgot to change scenes like that and I was just talking like that. That was really dumb of me. I blame this cold. My brain's definitely been a little bit fried the last couple days. I'm glad the symptoms didn't start till after I got home, though, because that would have been miserable on my drive. Oops. Alright, back to front view. Same deal over here, though. This here does not need to be bowing out as much as it is. And neither does over here, actually. Yeah, I'm feeling better than I did yesterday. I definitely felt worse yesterday. I was really lightheaded and had to go lay down super early. And I had like, I had some congestion yesterday too, and that already cleared up. So whatever it is, I'm hoping it's already going away. I can also bring this up, now that I think about it, as well. Shoes are not 100% flat where they're hitting the ground. So we're going to do that a little bit. There we go. I'll bring these two up separately as well. That being said, this entire section needs to get brought down to this level so that feet are properly touching the ground. Let's try this. Scaling on the Z-axis, and that's twisting things. I don't want that. I'll just use the grids then. Bring this like this. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Up a little bit. There we go. SZ0, enter. Oh, you mean grab this whole thing here like this and do that? Oh, look at that. That's super convenient. Thank you. That just saved me a ton of time in fiddling around. Alright, cool. Wow, that saved me a lot of time, actually. Alright. I'm going to try to get a little bit better on the shape of the foot here as well. No, not at all. I really appreciate any tips and stuff. I might get confused by what you mean sometimes, in which case I'll ask you to clarify, but for stuff like this, definitely don't mind it. The only thing I do mind is if I'm playing a game, and like story spoilers I don't really like, but for something gameplay-wise, you can go for that as well. Back in this view. Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I usually put on some kind of music or a stream or a movie or something. A movie I've already seen, and I just kind of zone out. What did I want to... Alright, let's try to do this real quick. I want to try to line up some of this geometry a little bit better here. I don't think it needs to be... Damn it. Stupid gizmos getting in the way. I don't think this geometry needs to be as out of whack as it is. And I'd like to bring it back more in whack. There we go. I could probably do the same here as well. Having a shoddy internet connection can lead to interesting phrases. Ah, what did you hear, Buckets? Oh no. Something's looking wonky here. Hold on. Oh, guess because this is back a little bit. Right. So let's start doing this in earnest here. Do we need a bonk stick? Uh-oh. And let's do the same thing over here a little bit. I really gotta stop leaving the gizmos out like that. Let's try to tighten this in as well, I think. Actually, let's do it to the whole front face here. Ooh, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Get out of bed and do some blender reps. That's up to you, Stacks. Definitely got time. The timescale Macho left is definitely more for like getting gameplay working. But you got the snacks. Get some reps in. Oops. Oh, nice. That actually did exactly what I wanted it to do. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I'm digging this. I really am just kind of experimenting with tools and hoping for the best. I gotta be honest. I should definitely be putting a little bit more effort into where learning some of these... What's the word I'm looking for? Learning some of like the principles behind this. Definitely gonna sit down with YouTube later on and watch some more videos. Like all this, I'm gonna have to start bringing down now. Bring that down. This one can get brought up though. Bring this back out a little bit, but bring this in here. Okay. Let's try doing the exact same thing I was doing before. On the other part of the foot. Was a really wonky one. Alright, let's bring this back up. And let's line this back up with this one. There we go. That S-axis zero trick is super helpful. Thank you so much for that, Pumpkin. Oh, that was so useful to have. Alright, oh, that's where the centered model is. Let's bring this in as well. Alright. This ain't turning out half bad. This is coming along a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's a few weird spots here like this, but... Oops. Let's take a look at all this in, if we smooth out the shading. Oops. That doesn't look terrible. It doesn't have the definition I want it to have just yet, but does not look terrible. Oops. Let's also rename this real quick. Foot. And let's get back to flat shading. And I also want to apply a modifier to this. Let's get subdivision on here. There we go. Yeah, I've definitely got to get in there and do some more, later on, do some more lines and make that more defined. Excuse me. Sorry, I had some McDonald's for dinner. It's not agreeing with me. Thankfully, I was able to get that delivered at least. Foot. Connecting all this is going to be interesting later on, though. I might have to add some extra points in here when I go to do that. But I don't think it'll be too big of an issue. Okay, so I'm going to start lining up where the actual shoe geometry is as well. Because that's going to have to get brought out in a weird way compared to the rest of the foot. So I'm actually going to scale this entire thing. Oops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. I'm going to scale all of this in very slightly for when I start bringing the shoe out. Actually, no. I'm going to do the lines first and then do that. And then bring the shoe out. Yeah, I think that'll be a better way to do it. Oops. There we go. And we're going to melt some faces over here. Oops. I did do what I wanted. Oops. Where is only faces? There we go. Two, three, four. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. There we go. In hindsight, I probably could have done like a loop cut in here. But that shoe dips down really low. Yeah. So I'm going to kind of put a custom line in here. I don't know if this is the right way to do this, but it's how I'm going to do it. X, N. Back over here. Is there a way to hotkey for these? There's not. Okay, no worries. And I'm going to end up with the one thing I don't really like, triangles, but it's just going to have to happen. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to try to get rid of these triangles later on. For now, they're just going to be there. Oh, is it 1, 2, and 3? Oh, okay, cool. I wish they had that labeled. I don't know why they don't. another subdivision here. That's fine. And we're gonna go back to vertex mode, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Also gonna slide this one over real quick. Why? Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted. GY. Let's bring this over here a little bit. There we go. I love McDonald's, but man, does it not love me. McDonald's is scary. And this is where having, where I really wish I had, whatchamacallit, mirror mode on for this. But again, it really wouldn't look right on a foot, in my opinion. So I'm just going to work my way around the shoe. This way. As I'm seeing fit with it. And hoping for the best. Oops. Actually, you know what I might just do? Because I think this kind of follows... Yeah, this does kind of follow the shape a bit. What if I were to do this? How horribly does this mess up the shape? Not terribly. Okay. Alright, so we're going to undo that one real quick. And I think I'm going to do another sin and add another triangle in here. To help with the shape of the shoe quite a bit. And did I do it on this side too? No, I didn't. Alright, let's do it on this side as well real quick. Which face was this originally? So what's gonna happen with this line is it'll help me with the okay, the knife tool can quickly split flakes. Oh! That's right, I forgot about the knife tool. Oops, let me get off that real quick. Let me flip-flop around to different views. Not top, not bottom. There should be a left view somewhere in here. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. Could have sworn there was a left view in here. No. 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 There we are. Control. Control will flip it over to the other view. Excellent. So I just want to make sure... Yeah, okay, so I'm grabbing that right. Oh man, that is so nice to have. Damn it. There we go. Alright, so I need to make a cut here, I think. Now did that... Oop, I don't want that. And enter to save it. Okay, perfect. Oops. That wasn't what I wanted in the slightest. There we go. So what'll happen here is this will end up becoming the shoe going into here, and I guess this is part of the shoe. And I'm just a knucklehead. I thought it was a bracelet. Like an ankle bracelet. I gotta ask her about that later. For now, though, this can get brought forward again. There we go. And this is starting to actually look like a shoe. I am pleasantly surprised by that. Ah. Alright. I think for now I'm going to leave this alone. And I'm going to start messing with the hands a little bit. Hands scare me. I'm not good with hands, and I also got to go find a reference for a hand real quick. Because the ones on Neko's reference sheet aren't the greatest. So I'm going to be right back. If anybody happens to have a hand reference they can recommend, feel free to drop it in the chat. I say be right back, but I'm just going to pull this screen up. Yeah, hands are scary. Hands are very scary. Hey, Gazaru, how you doing? Long time no see. Hope you've been doing well. Well, I definitely don't want to just wing this. There we go. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to wing this. I'm probably not going to stick with the hand I'm about to do. The monstrosity I'm about to do is going to be super cursed, but I'm going to try something out. So let's go back to object mode. Mesh. Another cube. Big cube. Yeah, what I should have done when I started was make these at like 2 meter scale. And made these a lot bigger to work with. That was dumb of me. Let's pop down here. Let's make this small. Like hand size. Make this a little bit smaller. There we go. And I'm also going to drag this away completely, just because I'm not really going to be working with the references. And let's head back down into edit mode. So, what I'm thinking with a hand is... Oops. Hand's gonna be split into, what, about 5 sections, basically? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For each finger and whatnot. hand's also going to be rounded where your hand itself is, and then start coming apart where the fingers are. So let's pop into top view, which I have not worked in much yet. And let's see here. We'll have the thumb here, so the thumb's going to come down quite a bit. And you know what I think I should do? Oh, take care, Gazaru. Hope you have a good one. I'm going to put more loop cuts in where the fingers are going to be versus the palm. Oops, there we go. To try to separate them out a little bit. So thumb's going to be here, for instance. And we're going to bring this back over. Index finger's going to be here. Middle finger's going to be here. Again, I have no idea if this is the right way to do this or not. I'm just kind of winging it. Bam. 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 And bam. That would be pinky finger. So your pinky finger is going to be like coming across. You got to think your pinky finger is probably going to be down just a little bit lower than like this finger, the ring finger. Oh no, wait a minute, I'm dumb. Yeah, okay, let's do this. We're going back. I'm an idiot. I forgot about basic anatomy. Thumb's gonna be facing front compared to the rest of the body. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing, but do it properly. Or at least in a little cleaner fashion than I was doing it before. There we go. Oh no, didn't want that. There we go. Okay. Thumb's gonna be here. And this is gonna technically be left hand. So your thumb starts hand splayed out. Your thumb is way lower than the rest of your fingers. Way lower. We're going to grab these points here. And we're going to bring them back. So about here. Let's also rotate this on the Z-axis and away a little bit. And maybe bring it down. Next, your index finger is definitely going to be a little bit lower than your middle finger. Oops. I might need to grab this whole section here. Yeah, I think this will be a better way to do it. The knuckle's going to be a little bit lower than your middle finger's knuckle. So I'll pull that down. The middle finger we're going to leave alone. The knuckle for the ring finger is also slightly lower. I don't know what I just did, but I did something. So this here, we're going to leave alone on these sides. We're going to grab these points here. And we're going to bring this knuckle down as well. I'm actually going to bring this one back up a little bit. Because I think I went a little bit too far with that. They're kind of at like the same point. And pinky finger is going to be much lower compared to the knuckle, compared to the ring finger and the pointer finger, but not too much. Okay. This is getting somewhere. Do they not have pre-made Blender stuff? They definitely have pre-made Blender stuff, and it would save a lot of time. But part of this project is also going to go to helping my portfolio. So I'd like to be able to say, hey, I built this entire thing from scratch. Look at it. Because I would love to find work in the game industry. Granted, more as a programmer, but showing that I know how the other jobs work as well would definitely help. So this is just kind of where knuckles meet. Now from here, what I'm going to start doing is extruding out fingers. Or I'm going to attempt to anyway. So we're going to extrude this on the x-axis and pull a finger out. And we got a thumb. Sorta. Let's actually pull this back a little bit because thumb only has 2 knuckles. Got that 1 knuckle. So we'll pull this out to there. Then we do the same thing again. And make that knuckle. And then, oops. And then pull the rest of the thumb out. And from there we can scale on the x-axis, I think. Yeah. Flatten that out. Perfect. And I can even pull that away a little bit. And this is working surprisingly better than I thought it would. But you know what? I'm not going to question it. Let's get back into this view. Also get back into top view. And bam, thumb. Rough thumb, anyway. Oops. I'm gonna mess myself up a lot with this. Anyway, from here we're gonna go back into this view. Grab another one here. I don't want to go too crazy with these fingers. 1 knuckle here. And then there's that other knuckle up ahead a little bit further. And then the rest of the finger. Huh, I really didn't think this was going to work out as well as it did. I'm kind of surprised. That said, the rest of the hand is going to be scary when I start doing like nails and stuff. That's definitely going to be things I'm going to be looking up tutorials for. Let's scale this in. What do I want to do here? I want to do something here to try to... you know what? Actually, this might just work. As is. Yeah, it did. So this knuckle goes a little bit further. Than the next knuckle. Since, you know, longer finger. That doesn't look super janky, does it? Oh, alright, it's doing what I want it to do. Excellent. I stand by hands are being one of the scariest things in any kind of art whatsoever, and I hate them. Oh! Hey, hiccups, let's go. That really fucking hurt. Nah, I made those too small. I want to try to keep them the same size if I can. Oops. Do that. And then do one of these. your ring finger is slightly longer than your pointer finger, so we're going to do that. There we go. This had no business working out as well as it has been. And pinky finger also has the same two knuckles and is much shorter than both of those fingers. So I think we'll end the pinky finger around here. So let's try... I could have made that longer. I am going to make that longer. Oops. Okay. And that would be a rough hand. I'm also going to do this real quick and kind of normalize this mess going on over here. And hopefully not make a big mess out of this. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, I actually don't like that. Is that it? Did that add any weird geometry, or is it just because of the angle? It's just kind of because of the angle, I think. Hand is definitely way too long over here, though. See, here's where having a hand reference would be nice, because hands start to get scary once your fingers start doing stuff. Like this. Oh well. We'll just start doing things and hoping for the best. I think I definitely need to... Ooh. Oh yeah, I don't like that. Let's go at this with the knife tool, I think. Might be a better way to do it. Whoops. Oh yeah, because it's going to try to normalize the shape. Okay. I see what's happening. Let's just get rid of that tool entirely. I don't know why I'm randomly selected on points. Centralize those a little bit. So, actually, hold up. Thumb looks a little janky. I think I want to get back in here real quick. Let's... X0. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Bring this a bit closer back in with the rest of the hand. Bring the whole thing up slightly. Because thumb kind of ends about where the first knuckle ends. There we go. Hey Marmo, what's going on? Thanks, I appreciate it, man. That was a really nice surprise to wake up to this morning. Okay, hand's looking a little bit better here. Let's see. Let me know, by the way, if you guys want me to change up the background music a little bit. I got no problem doing that. Also, I didn't say it before, but let me give, Let me give Arcania a shout out. She did the emotes. Bot? Uh-oh. Bot's broken. Un momento, let me go fix bot. I forgot that I switched my username, so the bot definitely broke. Bot. Alright, Nightbot should be back. Commands, custom. Well, that should be an everybody command. Why did that not... Ooh, that's a problem. Let me log out of that entirely and log back in. And now let's see if Nightbot is here. There we go. So yeah, Arcania did the emotes for me. I think she did them on a whim as a doodle, but they came out really good. I asked her if I could use them. Actually, let's see if they finished approving them or not yet. Nah, there's a couple that didn't get approved just yet. I'm hoping they do, because they're really good. Oh well, alright. Back to what I was working on. Uh-oh. I opened a menu, don't know how to close it. There we go. I also want to normalize out this. So we're going to grab this, X0. There we go. Hold up. Alright, that's not what I wanted there at all. We'll do these one at a time then. Nope. There we go. Redeem soon, we can drown you. Oh no. Please no drownings. Oh man, having these hotkeys is saving me so much time. Pumpkin, if you're still here, I really appreciate those. Feel free to drop different hotkeys and stuff at any time. Yeah, boxes melt when they get wet. Boxes definitely melt when they get wet. Oh, you know what? This kind of added the finger webbing effect too a little bit. I didn't mean for that to happen, but I am completely okay with that. Oops. Alright, let's get this transparent again. Back into this view. I definitely want to line this all back up here. If I can. Nope. Didn't want that. Let's try just these ones. No. Okay, we'll leave that alone. I don't know what I just did there. I might need to put another cut or a subdivision in here, I think. Yeah, because... So with this knuckle part of the finger here, your thumb really isn't... Does not kind of bend back in towards the hand too much there. Kind of half here lurking? Yeah, no worries, man. I say man, I don't know why I said that. Sorry. Old habits die hard. There we go. Oops. Forgot to drag that. Let's bring this back a little bit. Let's just keep these angled, just so they're not super messed up. Hey Zap, thanks for the raid. Sorry for the lack of notifications. Everything broke when I changed names and I completely forgot to go fix it beforehand. How's it going? How'd the game go? And gone raid? Uh-oh. Howdy, Matcha. Hey, you died? Oh, no. Yeah, the last thing I saw, you guys were fighting with those dudes. I guess it didn't go well. A video link on hand topology. Yeah, absolutely. Too lazy to come up with a raid message raid. Yeah, Pumpkin, if you want to drop that link, it should let you drop links in the chat. I would really appreciate that. I'll take a look at that later. Bro raid. How's it going, Needon? Hope you're doing well. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Yuzaka. I'm a box. I am working on a 3D model of Nectarine right now. Let me go back to a view where you can actually see what I'm working on. There you are. I'm currently messing around with a hand. Earlier I did a shoe / foot all in one because feet scare me, and I didn't feel like trying to do that without any kind of reference. Although in hindsight I probably could have, considering I'm doing the hand without a reference. Thanks, Matcha. It's coming along. There's definitely a lot more to do with this. I'm still just doing the rough model. It'd be that way sometimes, Duck. YouTube watch. Perfect. I'm totally going to save that for later. What's inside the box? Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of lore here. So, a couple months back, I went on a business trip. I got murdered. And they stuffed my body inside a box and shipped it back to my house. I apparently possessed the box. So here I am. Don't open the box. It probably smells rotten by now. Oh, that actually came out pretty good there. Okay. Oh, that's an understatement, Matcha. That's an understatement. Oh no, I broke the geometry again. Oops. There we go. Okay. I really gotta stop forgetting to hold shift while I'm doing things. Step box now. Oh no. Tanya's really gotta fix mixing up my name with the Yakuza games. So let's see. This part of the hand is kind of curved, so let's bring this up a little bit here. And this part as well. And I don't like how that came out, so we're gonna oops. Whoops. There's too many hotkeys, and I'm starting to mix up hotkeys. Help. Basically how it seems to be turning out, Eden. I might have gone a little bit overboard with geometry here, but for a rough hand, this isn't bad. The joints should move where they need to move. Okay. I don't want to get super detailed just yet, though, so for now I'm going to try to... Nope, that didn't do what I wanted. Let's try messing with the pinky first and trying to... no. Before I do anything stupid. There we go. So now, God forbid anything happens and I do anything super stupid, I have this okay-ish looking hand to go back to. I am not making that mistake. There we go. Let's try bringing this in a little bit. I'm going to need more geometry for that, though. Crap. Oh, this is going to be super cursed. Oh, yeah. There it is. I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. There's too many dots. Alright, I want to work on this side only for now, so let's do this. Hey, Arcania. How you doing? How did, 7 Days to Die go? I could use my box to get sponsors. I didn't think of that, John. I gotta go make some emails after this. I haven't tried using Git for Blender. I probably could use it for Blender. But for the time being, I've got a decent folder set up. on my system, and I don't really have anywhere else I'm going to be working on this. I wonder if I'd be able to set it up with the repository for the rest of the project, though, and put a folder in. Had a lot of fun. Some jump scares. How did Zop's war with those other guys go? That was the last thing I saw. Let's try this real quick. That was a horrible time to cough. Oh no. Bring this in. You died? Oh no. So did it feel good pulling the plug on the server on those guys? Oh, I did something stupid. G, Y. Pull this in. And now I get to go do the fun thing of trying to get inside of the rest of this geometry and doing the same thing. Yay! Yeah. And that should do that. And we'll grab this and bring this in. And we're kind of starting to get finger. I'm probably going to need to put another buffer over here, I think. It's still up. You didn't feel like pulling the plug on them? They did kind of invade your server. Was it, did you make it public on accident? Let's go back to rounding off these fingers as well. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't know. Oh no. I'm sure it's fine. What's the worst that could happen? Bring this in. They grief and destroy everything, probably? Yeah, more or less. The only thing I'd really be worried about is if they could figure out a way to get, like, IPs of other people on the server. I think that's a problem with some other games with bad security, like, I think Among Us might have had a problem with that. Phasmophobia, too, for that matter, actually, early on. Uh-oh. Okay, so something got melted into something else over here. I see. Alright, we're gonna undo all of this because I'm a dingus and I grabbed the wrong line somewhere. Yes, I did. Now, if we do this, it shouldn't do that again. There we go. And we bring this in here. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but we're getting there. Hands scare me probably more in 2D than 3D, but they still really scare me in 3D. Select edge. GG edge select? What do you mean? Uh-oh. You're getting head patted by a floating hand. Yeah, it be that way sometimes, Matcha. Oh, hold on. You want to see some real horror? So, I haven't done Neko's eyes or hair or any real definition on the face yet. There you go. G is to move, GG is to edge slide. Oh, okay. Oop, I gotta get back over to the hand. There we go. So you're saying, like, grab the whole edge like this. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like that. Didn't want to do that. Oh, okay. I see. So then GGY, and I could just pull that whole edge in like that. Nice. Let me get back into top view while I'm messing with all this. So we go here. Oops. I gotta stop doing that. I really gotta stop doing that. GGY. And over here. GGY. Ooh, I'm learning. So I got some basic hand shape going on here. It's not like the greatest, but I think it'll do what I want it to do. You can also use control to select between 2 points. Click one vertex, control and second vertex, path from 1 to 2. Oh yeah, that I knew. Thank you though. Yeah, I haven't been using that one as much as I probably should have been using that one. Why? Oh yeah, that's what I was afraid of happening there. That's right. So what I want to do with that, I should have made another buffer in there, I think. Actually, no, hold on. What happened there? Something weird happened there. Oh, I see. I'm gonna have to grab this whole thing and pull this over. Maybe not. Hold up. Something dumb happened. Oh, I wish it didn't make the whole thing transparent. What happened here? Do I got a vertice inside of a vertice here? X. No, M. Yes? No? Something weird's going on here. Just weird geometry, maybe? I don't know why that only happened with that finger and not other fingers. Oh, maybe just because this didn't get pulled back all the way. Let's try that. And let's try this again. Oops. Okay, it's not as terrible as it was before. There we go. So that kind of made the that like finger. What's the word I'm looking for? That like finger flappy, like the webbing. Webbing, that's the word. Spaceship hand. It's the Millennium hand. I think it's that one. Yeah, it was the right one. Okay, we're getting somewhere with hand. Again, I don't know where, but we're getting there. I think I want to try to, squish fingers a little bit? Maybe? Yes, because the back of your hand is kind of up more compared to your fingers. Uh-oh, we losing frames? Ah, not that bad. Okay. We're getting somewhere here. I'm gonna have to put more geometry in here to start doing stuff like fingernails and proper finger shape. But it's 8 o'clock and I still don't feel too great. So I think I'm gonna find somebody to raid and wrap up here. Let me save real quick. Save as 10. And give me 1 second to take a look for somebody to raid. Actually, you could probably use ending card. Yeah, there we go. I forget I have this. This was drawn by the wonderful Catania Nyanta. Let me shout her out as well real quick. And let's see who is doing any kind of blender work or something. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. Or we can go take a look at who's on as well, just doing whatever. Actually, you know who I'm gonna raid? I'm gonna send a raid to Spooky, because he's done a lot for the community and could totally deserves it. Let me do that real quick. Whoa, there's a lot more buttons here all of a sudden. Interesting. How does he spell it? SPVW. There we go. And that's gonna be that for the night, guys. Thank you for coming to hang out. Zop, thank you for the raid. Oh, let me shout out Zop real quick. Forgot to do that as well. That one didn't work. Oh, there it goes. Appreciate that. Thank you, Coyote. Thanks for the feel better snacks. See you later, John. And let me click the button before I forget again. And that's going to be that. Have a good night, guys. Take care, everybody. Get some good sleep. I will try to stream again tomorrow and follow the rest of the schedule I had written out. But if I'm feeling sick, I'm probably just going to cancel those. We'll see what happens. Good night, and take care.